Welcome aboard, this is Danny, and on this episode I'm going to tell you the best things to do when you board a ship. Let's start off with the muster drill. This is probably the most boring one out of the list, but it's the most necessary. Now that the muster drill has changed, it's no longer the boring stand around in the heat or in your muster station waiting for everyone to show up for the next 20 minutes, then have the muster itself, which could have taken 10 to 20 minutes. It now takes 5 minutes and you can incorporate it with the next part of the list. Take a tour of the ship. It's your first day on board, you may as well get your bearings and know where everything is. Why not take an hour or so to tour the ship? You might just find that special place that no one else knows until later in the cruise. Go and get something to eat. This is probably the most obvious, but most of the time boarding on the cruise ships begins around lunchtime, so get on board and get that cruise eating in. Here's a side note, check if any of the restaurants are available. The buffet fills up quick since everyone is going to eat there since it's the easiest, but if any of the restaurants are open for lunch on boarding day, they are usually very quiet and the wait for food won't be long. Head to the cabin. Unless you don't plan to sleep, you're going to spend a lot of time in the cabin, so you might as well get acquainted with it. You might not be able to do this straight away though. Some cruise lines won't permit you to go to your cabin before a certain time, so they can get the room ready before you arrive. When you get to the cabin, meet your cabin steward. They will give you a brief rundown of the room and are your go-to if there is a problem with the cabin. Go and register at the kids club. This is another thing you can do while you're doing a tour of the ship if they have the registrations open. Depending on the amount of kids on the ship, registration might take a while if there's a lineup, so you might want to get in early. Make reservations for things if you can't on the app. If the app for the cruise you're on doesn't allow you to book things, now is the time to do it, especially if places are limited. You don't want to miss out. I've had this happen to me when I was on the Carnival Splendor. I wanted to do the Behind the Fun tour, but it was already booked before I had a chance to. Things you might want to book are spa treatments, tours, specialty dining, and some shows. I will leave a link in the description to another video I have done where you might be able to make those things cheaper. Relax by the pool. We've toured the ship, we've booked everything we want, and we've done the muster. Now let's relax by the pool or in a bar somewhere and let the good times roll. Speaking of good times, let's watch the sail away party and really get the cruise started. Thanks for watching. If you already haven't done so, subscribe. If you know a first time cruiser, share this video with them. If you enjoyed it, why not watch another one of our videos?